It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of RedLip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
50 years in the game, right?
50 years in the game.
So what brings you out today to Bonner Brothers?
Well, I'd been retired 4 years, and I wasn't doing nothing but chilling, and I just got tired, and I wanted to come help Bonner Brothers push the ticket, so I decided to just come to the show and see y'all.
Oh,
I
love you too.
Matter of fact, this show made me want to come out of retirement.
What?
I'm coming out of retirement. I'm going to be visiting the shows. I'm not going to do my show again. As far as I know, they pushing me to do it, so ain't no telling what might happen.
Yeah.
It's up to my nephew, Woods.
Oh, all right, Woods over there on the side saying, look, we I don't want to get in here, but I'm going to need you to dip in here for 1 second, Woods. Come over here. He can hear me. 1 second. You know, come on now. You know, y'all doing LSBBA?
You gonna do that too?
Y'all gonna do that? Okay.
You coming back? You gonna come back on the scene?
Okay. So make sure you tell our this is RedLip Talk Podcast. I don't know if you be seeing me post it or whatever. So this is our podcast on New Orleans Talk Network, right? So we want you to tell the people what brought you here to Bonner Brothers. I know you've been in the game under your uncle for for a while, right?
About 15, 16 years.
About 15, 16 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the people what brought you out today and actually how they can get in contact with y'all, what y'all doing. I just heard Unc say he coming out of retirement. This show made him come out of retirement.
But you can get contact with us.
Right, so, it's it's a lot of things to learn in the industry.
Yes.
So you can learn so much. So I was able to take classes and, get some information, new trends, just invest in your brand, invest in your business.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
And so with a mentor like Mr.
The marketing diva. RedLip diva. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva.
Welcome, y'all, back to RedLip Talk Podcast. I am excited to have you here today. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and we have some amazing guests in the house today. I want to entitle this show for myself, Men That's Moving, because, we always hear some negative things behind men, but we got some positive men in here on today that's making major moves, and we're excited about this show. But before we get into our special guests, so who we have on today, I want to talk about some mentions that we have on today. This actual show is brought to you today by Visions Products, and we're excited about that on today. One of our sponsors who's always supporting us, and they're actually in the building today. So this show is actually brought to you by Vision Products, Emoja Visions. I want to say it the right way. Emoja Visions. So we're excited about that on today. We have a few mentions for you. As always, remember to book at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We're always booking. Shout out to all the amazing stylists there at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We also have boots available there. If you're an up and coming stylist, if you want to know how to get your actual license, we have ways to do that as well. We have the apprenticeship program and things like that. I want to shout out all our amazing stylists. We have somebody new to our team, stylist Tarian. Yes, and we excited about her coming out of Aveda. So she got all that good education and stuff. So shout out to all the stylists at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. Shout out to Keyshawn, the celebrity stylist, who was just at Essence doing celebrities for in the Disney, I think the Disney area or the Disney campaign area where it was doing hair and makeup and stuff. So congratulations to Key. Also, I want to give a shout out to Mocha Shanae. Make sure you book your preparatory or your state board preparatory classes with her. She has an amazing program that she's doing there. Shout out to Kikaya, who is also new to our team at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. Shout out to Tyson, Deja, and also I want to give a shout out to all our Job One participants: Brianna Bryant, Nala Winchester, and Naya Winchester. We actually have assistants that's really great. They've been doing an amazing job thanks to the City of New Orleans Mayor program. So I'm excited about that. I just wanted to give everybody a shout out there. I'm still offering senior services. If you have any seniors that would like to get their hair done, makeup or whatever, I've been doing those services for now. I want to think almost a year, and it's half price. And I'm excited about that because it's not just about the money; it's about the blessing that I've been rendering and how they're blessing me and blessing my soul by rendering the services to them. Last week, it touched my heart. One of the ladies who is near and dear to my heart, when she seen me, she started jumping for joy, and that let me know that I'm in the right area, and it's a great thing that I am doing. So sometimes God will give you your purpose or what you need to do, and it's not always about the money or the tag or the money that's behind it. So I'm excited about that. Watch our last episode 57, with our author Latasha Hale. She blessed and graced the couch on last episode, and she had a big event, I think, with vendors at a church, and she had 30 plus vendors. I saw her kept doing it. And I think she author of 3 books, 3 motivational, 3 positive books that can help you and give you tools, because we kept referring to her books as a toolbox. We kept referring to it. She had a 14-day, a 30-day, and a 21-day. So we really excited about that. So we have a lot going on today in episode 58. And I'm excited about that. Again, our guests that we have today, these are men that is moving. They are moving. We have none other than Mike Forrest in the building. He's an actor, a well-known actor in New Orleans, and he's been in some great movies, not just here in New Orleans. He's been in some movies, some big movies. He's been in some big movies. I think one he acted in a movie with Will Smith. Yeah, I remember that. So he's not a stranger to the show, but he has some new things coming along, and he wants to come back on the show to mention those things. So don't go anywhere. He's well known on this West Bank, on the best bank over here. We also have in a building a business entrepreneur, a businessman. We call him the money man, I say, because when I met him, he was telling us how to make millions, billions, trillions. Who want to make the most money in this room? So I call him the Million Man, and it's Mr. Omar Aziz. I said it right. Ooh, because that name, y'all, I said it right. I'm so happy about that. So he have some ways that, if you stuck in this half of this year, he's probably going to tell us some things that can get us out of that rut and to reset for the rest of the year. I don't know about you, but I know I need it. I definitely need to reset. So I don't want y'all to go nowhere. This is episode 58, and you are tuned into now Red Lip Talk podcast. Don't go nowhere because our guests will be right back with us. Mwah.
The marketing diva. RedLip diva. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva.
It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of Red Lip Talk podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
RedLip diva. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva. RedLip divas. The marketing diva.
Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 58. And as I said, if you're just tuning in, I told y'all these are men that's moving. So we got the men that's moving in the building on today. And we excited about that. We have none other than actor. I said actor Mike Forrest in the building. How you doing? Welcome back.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you having me.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, I wanted to see, how's it going, first of all? How have you been?
Life has been on a fast track for me, but God never give you more than what you can handle.
Yes.
And I pray for days where the Lord let me eat, and I can't complain about my plate being full now.
Yes, that's how it go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's how it go.
Definitely.
So tell like anybody out there that's in the industry, in the film industry, or in the want to be an actor or an inspiring actress. Tell them what was your journey into getting into it?
To be honest, my journey just getting into the acting game was nothing less than divine intervention, to be honest with you. I didn't go to school for drama and theater or anything like that. I went to school for finance.
Okay. So you're a numbers guy.
Yeah. Before I started acting 5 years ago, and before that, the closest I ever came to acting was just, quoting movie lines with my friends on outside, in school or,
Yeah.
or away at college or even when I was in the military. It was never something I took really seriously. But then one day, the right person saw my Facebook page and sent me a message and said, "Hey, can you come and read this script for me?" I was like, "All right, no problem." I didn't realize how deep it was until I'm in a room, similar to this, and I see actors I've only seen in movies, and I'm halfway starstruck, just trying to absorb whatever's in the room for me, and the director was gracious enough to give me a chance, being a fresh actor off the street, not without any experience, to say, "You know what, you're gonna be the star." I'm like,
What? What?
True story. True story.
Yeah.
I will always love Miss Tommy Myrick. She gave me a very, very big chance on a very big platform, and I just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
And ever since then, the phone never stops ringing. So
Wow.
that's the way I look at it.
But you do have that actor face. So that's probably what it is. You probably was on your Facebook saying, okay, he have this face, this film face, and I want him on this. I want him on my movies.
It was a challenge.
It was a challenge.
It was a challenge. Being an actor is no different from someone being an artist or a musician. We're all artists, but being a visual artist or a musician or being an actor, it's all about putting the work in to perfect your craft.
Yes.
And as long as you have a mindset and a mentality that you're gonna keep working, you're gonna keep doing what you need to do to get to the level you want to be at, you're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Any advice I would give to anybody as far as want to get into acting, start taking some classes. If you're in college, take a look at that speech class, or take a look at that that drama class, because you never know what might come of it.
Yeah.
It may just be that big break or that outlet you need to get what you want to say off your chest.
Yeah.
Not everybody can rhyme,
Rhyme
write
to it.
rhymes,
Yep.
put some rhymes, and not everybody can sing, but you might be able to act. It's all about what art that you can express yourself in and what makes you comfortable.
Yeah, as you was talking, I'm thinking about at one point my daughter wanted to be into acting.
All right,
was,
now.
You know Lucky Johnson.
Yeah, I
she
know
was
Lucky.
going to his theater.
Yeah.
He's doing something too now. I think
Man,
out here.
Lucky,
Yeah,
Lucky is always doing something. Whether
Yes.
he's here or he's in Atlanta, Lucky
Yeah.
is always doing something.
yeah. So
Lucky is a role model.
she
for
was
real.
going to his theater and stuff like that when she was like 10 or 11 years old.
Okay.
And now she's talking about she's gonna be one of the famous. That's what we start calling a superstar. So she said she gonna be on the reality shows.
Reality show. That's the new thing now. Everything's reality show now.
Everything is reality show. It is. It is.
I've turned down a few reality shows. Like, I'm not gonna say no names.
Okay,
but
okay.
It's just not my thing.
It's not your thing.
Not
yeah,
my thing.
Yeah. I mean, cause you gotta you tell with reality shows you gotta tell all your business and
You will always be in the public eye after being on a reality show. Some people feel like it's a big break into show business, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna be that person from that reality show, no matter what you're doing. You're always gonna be that person.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some people have sketchy past or some things that they don't want the public to know about. But when you're in that world, somebody gonna find it out. It's gonna happen.
And it's like they portray you a certain image.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right? Don't they portray you the image that they want you to portray?
Oh yeah,
portray
and
that.
what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of these so-called reality shows are scripted. So don't some of these people do not act like that in real life. they not cut like we say down here. They not cut like that in real life.
I be thinking it's real.
Oh no,
I always think it's real.
The way I like to gauge it, the way I see it as it's halfway scripted, and the other half is we're gonna spice it up a little bit just to make it good for TV.
Okay.
Because certain situations, being us being from the West Bank, and we see certain situations play out, I was like, nah, it wouldn't go down like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't go down. No.
Some things are just scripted a little better for television.
Yeah, especially with us being from NOLA.
Oh yeah, a lot of people go to jail. See,
Yeah.
the world is not ready for a true New Orleans reality show. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, that's true.
A lot going on, man.
Yeah, the world not ready,
not ready for that.
No,
At
and
all.
I don't know we the number. Wait, I know we high up in the states as far as crime.
Violence and crime. We gotta be at least top 5, top 10. I know that for
Yes,
sure.
yes,
I know that for sure. Just
so tell us how you've been with the strike and everything. How you been since then? As far as I know, it's over now, right?
it's over now, but I've heard some talks in the some walls do talk, and some people say that there might be another strike coming on. Hopefully, that's not the case.
Yeah.
When there's a strike and you are a full-time actor, thankfully, I do have a 9 to 5.
Okay.
When I'm not working on my craft, but some
Okay.
people, this is their bread and butter. Whether
Mm-hmm.
they are doing voiceover acting, or they're doing stage work, or they're doing film work.
Mm-hmm.
An actor strike can hit your pockets.
Yeah.
That hit your pockets.
Yeah.
There's no fallback plan if you're not doing anything else besides that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all those actors and performers who have other things going on, have other hustles. But for some people, that's a big panic. And when
Yeah.
you in that world, and you're not sure when your next check coming, you got to manage it appropriately. And fortunately for myself, I've built up a well-rounded network with other like-minded people,
Yeah.
filmmakers, actors, directors who who continue to do work even within the strike.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to be in the right room at the right times with the right people
Right
who were
people,
still trying to make films and do short films or into film festivals. And I've been fortunate enough to win one series I'm doing right now. It's called Betrayal.
Okay.
We were on Amazon Prime for a good while, but we sat back and we decided to reset the show, and we're actually going to be shopping the show to a few other networks that were very interested.
Yeah.
You never know, you might be sitting next to the new king of Tubi soon.
All right. I already know. I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it. And because, you talking to people, you can feel energy.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel people energy, and you can feel greatness of where it's going.
Yeah.
I told you got that face.
Thank you. I appreciate
You got that
I
face.
do.
You got that Hollywood face.
You
Now,
know.
don't forget about us.
Oh,
man.
not at all.
You
The
know?
West Bank is my heart. I was one of the few people, even before it was fashionable. Yeah, I'm from the West Bank.
Yeah.
You from New Orleans? Now I'm from the West Bank. Where that's
Yeah.
at? Nah, it's
Yeah.
across the water.
Yeah.
But
And you're very loved too.
I
mean,
appreciate that. I do.
I haven't heard anything bad about you. Like, all I hear is good.
I appreciate
like,
that.
Really, like, as far as your character, as far as who you are, and that, again, good energy, good
Yes,
things.
yeah.
When you focus on good stuff come to you.
and it's paying off. Like I said, I've over the years, I've built my network to a big laundry list. Oh yeah, I know Mike. Oh man, Mike, that's my boy. But at the end of the day, I just treat people the way I like to be treated, and I try to stay as professional as I can within the industry, and just build a good rapport with people that you never know when your name gonna get mentioned in which room. And
I like that.
Shouts out to whoever taking care of my name in rooms that I'm not in.
Yeah,
Shouts out to
come
y'all.
on
You
now,
hear me?
come on
Shout
now.
out to y'all. You hear me?
I'm gonna tell you that happened to me before. Like, I'm gonna tell you. So somebody was talking bad about me, like family and friends, family to people, and somebody was in the room. Didn't they knew I knew the person, but they didn't know that person was gonna speak up
That's
for
right.
me.
That's right.
While
God
they was
bless
in
him.
that room,
God bless him.
and
You hear me?
said, not that person. No, I know
Not-
you.
not Spice.
I know,
Not
that's
Spice. You ain't
No.
talking about Spice.
You ain't talking about
You ain't
Spice.
talking
That's
about
right.
Spice. Not my Spice. No, you're
That's
not.
right. You ain't talking about her. I love it. You right. So shout out to everybody who's speaking on our behalf when we're not in the room in a positive manner and not in a negative manner. Because you got to think about it, everybody not going to like you.
Oh no. Some people will, feel a certain way just because, you got, as we say, you got motion. You got
You're
you got
moving.
things going on. You're moving forward with your life, or you're progressing with your career. Not everybody's going to have a positive opinion about that.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I knew them for such and such. I knew them from years back before all this. No.
Yeah.
That's over.
Don't try to keep me back here
Right.
when
I'm
God is
way
taking
over
me
there.
over here.
Oh, way over there.
Don't try to keep me. And I heard something, they say that's the 1%ers.
Oh, yeah.
The 1%ers. 1%ers are usually people that are making moves and doing not the norm or doing what people want them to expect them to do.
That's right.
So then the people that expecting you to stay in that box and expecting you to do something, they get a little angry
They get a little-
and start challenging you because you the 1%er.
That's right.
And you're not standing at 99%.
That's right.
Right. And speaking of that about percentage and 1%, you got some new projects coming up.
Yeah, I've actually been working with a collective here in New Orleans, a good group of friends of mine, and we call ourselves Fresh Slate NOLA. We just actually wrapped a film called NIMBY that's going to be entered into a few film festivals soon. That was I wasn't acting in this one, but I was, behind the camera, behind the scenes, just absorbing a lot of things and learning how directors move and learning how, camera work and lighting work moves. When you in front of the camera, is all you see is the flashing lights and the cameras rolling, action, cut. But when you're behind the scenes and a lot of moves have to get made between shots, and it's something new for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole Fresh Slate crew. All love from your boy Mike.
Yeah.
I hope we continue to make some more great work. We're actually going to be shooting a sketch for myself that I wrote next up. It's going to be a parody for a old Jack Nicholson film called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
It was an old Jack Nicholson film where he's locked up in an insane asylum with a few other people with mental health issues.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
And I put my own little twist on it. I'm fortunate enough to be good friends with a lot of comedians here in New Orleans who, they like the idea of what I was going with, and it's like, man, Mike, this could be good.
Yeah.
This could be good.
Yeah,
But
I like that too.
it's called The Gentleman Chronicles.
Okay.
It's basically a sketch show, kind of like In Living Color, but it's gonna be set in New Orleans, and instead of it being random sketches, it's gonna be random sketches about I can't say that on, and they're redeveloping themselves into gentlemen.
Okay.
So
So they're falling by the wayside where, like, in life, or they're falling by the wayside in relationships?
Both.
Because I could hear when you said
Both.
Chronicles, Gentleman Chronicles. All I hear relationship.
I hear
not
relationships, finances, life situations. You always a lot of times on social media and in the media, you always you see the battle of the sexes, and women always, men do this, certain type of men do this, certain type of men do that. Well, you know what? I wrote a show about the comedic aspect of having the male side of the story, and from our perspective.
Now, this gonna be interesting.
From our perspective,
this gonna be interesting.
it's gonna be a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes. Hopefully, even within the jokes, that young men and women can learn something about each other, and it's all about just being open about issues within our community that we can all laugh about.
Okay.
You don't.
So you say, okay. So you say, I know we got to go to break in a second, but because this is juicy, this is good. I can't wait to because we always talk about, we just do some stuff about relationships and stuff. So the parody, I said that right?
The parody is the first parody is going to be in alignment with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I'm calling it One Flew Over the Pelican's Nest. And instead of it being mental health recovery, it's going to be recovery.
Wait, what? Oh, F-boy.
It's gonna be F-boy recovery. F-boy recovery.
They got a lot of F-boys out here.
Yes.
Like, for real, though. I'm just saying F-boy. We can't say the curse.
You're right. I want to make sure I can say that on camera.
Yeah.
But
we can say F-boy, right? Auntie? We can say F-boy. Okay, okay. He said, production said yes. Okay.
Yeah, we can say that. It's gonna be a show based on F-boy recovery. It's gonna have some laughs. It's gonna have a little bit of drama, but it's gonna have everybody really, really in tune and really waiting for the next episode to come. I've talked to a few venues, and I may turn into a live sketch show like in Living Color.
Oh yeah.
A few sketches here, then a musical guest. I'm fortunate enough to know enough people in this city as well as musical artists who, man, Mike, man, do the show, bro. I'm coming, Mike. I'm coming.
I'm in there.
And I can only take it for face value, but as long as my friends allow me to Keenan Ivory Wayne's this, I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna put it together. I have so many friends who are talented.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm finalizing some venues right now, to see, where I can have it held consistently and people can come out and enjoy themselves.
Okay.
The response I've gotten from the people that I wanted actually on the show has been overwhelming.
Okay.
Mike, when you shooting? I was like, well, you know what?
Don't forget about hair and makeup. So.
I got you. You do my mama hair. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Look, I have to plug my team right quick. I'm plugging y'all. Yes.
But I'm also doing some live outdoor theater this winter.
Okay.
I'm going to be a part of another show called Le Code Noir. I did this show last year in October at Congo Square, and the response was amazing. The mayor's aides came out to see the show, and they really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's a show, a play that was originally written by Tommy Myrick, it's going to be outdoors. It is set in New Orleans in 1860s, and it really dives into the way the culture really was here in New Orleans versus the rest of the United States. During the Civil War, as far as black men buying their freedom, working towards a goal. The Civil War as well as the Battle of New Orleans. It entails all of that. And, it's really
So a lot
something
of history.
different. A lot of
Yeah.
history, but a lot different from doing Emancipation with Will Smith.
Okay.
That was experienced by on its own. But
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Wait, what you was on that movie?
I was in Emancipation with Will Smith.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Will is so down to earth. I don't, despite what is said
people
about him
saying
in the
about him
media,
now,
about him and his
yeah.
marriage, when he is in his own element and he's working, that is the Fresh Prince. The same guy you see on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that's who he is in real life.
Yeah.
That is, I would say that to anybody. That's
Yeah.
who he really is. That's the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Everything he was going through at the time, it was probably at its peak at the time we were shooting, but when the cameras were rolling and we were working on set, you didn't see any of that. All you seen was him being himself.
But I know we're gonna have to go to break in a minute. But what I love about them, Will Smith and Jada, I know there's a lot of messy, sticky stuff that's going on, and a lot of things that we hear. But what I love about them is, to dead do us part. They're not breaking up.
Oh, no.
No matter what people say, what they feel, they ain't breaking up.
They're not breaking up. And let's just be honest. We are old enough yet young enough to know that, our aunties and uncles, mamas and daddies, and been through a whole lot more things than Will and Jada. And this is just their story.
Yes.
It's just publicized.
Yes.
A lot of us have family secrets and things that go on within our households that we don't want nobody to know about.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that because of the platform he's on and the platform that Jada's on, and then she got in it with a New Orleans cat. That didn't make it no better for us cats.
Because New Orleans,
August, bruh.
They gonna say it. They gonna tell it.
Come on, August, bro. August messed it up for all us New Orleans dudes, bro.
He should have
Come
kept
on,
the G.
bro. Come on, man. Should have kept it G. Should have kept it G, bro. Come on. You know better. You put a bad name on all us New Orleans dudes.
Nothing,
Play your part.
And
Play your part, bro.
Then, wait, I heard he turned to the other side. Now,
I mean, hey,
after
to each his own. I
he
mean,
he didn't turn to the other side.
I wasn't expecting that, but hey, I wasn't expecting that. But I just go to show you, whatever go on, to each his own. Whatever floats your boat, big dog. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not gonna hate on nobody. Just whatever keeps you happy.
Yeah. So don't y'all go nowhere so we can get more information. If Mike can stick around, you'll be back for our takeaways and stuff.
I'll be having a casting call for the Gentleman Chronicles as well as 2 other movies that I'm shooting. Shout out to anyone that graduated from L.W. Higgins High School. I did.
Yeah.
And I will be holding casting calls for it very soon.
Okay. Don't forget about us, Mike. Don't forget
No
about
problem.
producer,
Actor,
the
writer, director, producer.
Yeah,
all of that.
executive producer.
All that.
I should have. We have Mr. Omar Aziz. I said it right again, y'all. We have him in the building. Don't y'all go nowhere. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and you're on RedLip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Spice Divas, the marketing diva. The marketing diva. RedLip.
That is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday? Located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1234. 1492.
It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of Red Lip Talk podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
The marketing diva.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of Red Lip Talk podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much.
Red Lip Diva, the marketing diva. Red Lip Divas, the marketing diva. Red Lip.
It's upbeat. I love it. Welcome back to Red Lip Talk podcast. We are on episode 58, and I want to call this show The Men That's Moving. You know, I like that. Cause men that's moving. Cause we always have negative things about men, and we gotta learn how to, incorporate the positive. On men that's really moving and making marks. And doing some great things, right? Right. So we have Mr. Omar Aziz. Okay, I'll keep saying it right. I love it. I got it. I want it. So he is a business tycoon. He's doing things that can show you how to become a billionaire, a trillionaire. I remember meeting you at the Cuts Brunch and Business, and the first thing I heard, because I texted you, you said, "What do you want to be? Do you want to be a millionaire? Do you want to stay where you're a thousandaire? Do you want to be a trillionaire?" I think I text trillion, either billion, one of them. You said, I can show you how to do that. So I just want to welcome you today to Red Lip Talk Podcast, and I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Oh, here go your mic. We just talking without the mic. There we go. Okay,
absolutely, I'm enjoying myself.
Yes. So tell us how you got into being an entrepreneur or got into business.
Wow, this is a journey. My dad, who was born in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and you can imagine what Mississippi was like for a black man in the 1920s, the 1930s, 1940s.
Yes.
What do you think that was like?
Probably difficult. Probably like a box. Ooh. You had to probably kick through, or a brick wall. You had to keep running into to get where you wanted to go.
Well, there were people who were against your progress, and Dad was a robust young man. He boxed, he worked on the farm, and he was hardened by the life in Mississippi. Yeah. One day, a group of young Caucasians or white boys surrounded him, right? Mm-hmm. And one of them kicked him in his butt. And he took it because he knew if he fought back, it was going to be, yeah. One punched him in his face, and he just holding the tension back, right? Yeah. And one decided to go from his gut and spat in his face. And he lost it. I mean, he lost it. Yeah. He would, one of them so hard, lift him off the ground, and the guy fainted. The other two ran. And then when he came to his consciousness, he said, "Oh my God, what did I do?"
Yeah.
So he ran bloody, out of breath, across the tracks into my grandmother's house. And his mother said, "What happened? What happened?" He said, "Mom, I'm just sick and tired of being treated like a second-class citizen.
Yes.
I'm just frustrated."
Yeah.
And I acted out, Mom. Mm-hmm. I hit him, I don't know if I killed him.
Yeah.
And his mom said, my grandmother said, "Pack your bags.
Because you got to go.
You got to go." So imagine a 16-year-old who hadn't really fully developed yet, couldn't figure out how he was going to support himself. He jumped the train with his duffel bag. Came to the city of New Orleans from Bay St. Louis and was able to get a job on the riverfront unloading cargo.
Okay.
At that time, age was not an issue. He just had the might. He had the muscles. He's a big guy, strong.
Yeah.
He was a boxer, right? So he was able to get that job, and then he eventually got on with a company called Likes Brothers, which was a steamship company. Got on with Likes Brothers and traveled the world. Went to Africa, Asia, China, Europe.
Yeah.
And he realized the world was not the world he grew up in Mississippi. Most of the world looked like him.
Yes.
Black and brown people all over the planet.
Yes.
And he was like, wow, that was a revelation for him, right? So when he went to Indonesia, a mosquito bit him. Life-changing event. He caught malaria.
Okay.
And malaria is the kind of disease, if you don't treat it, it'll kill you, wipe you out.
Okay.
So they rushed him to the hospital. They got him in the hospital, and the doctors were resuscitating him, calling him Omar. Omar bin Abdulaziz. Omar. Omar bin Abdulaziz.
Yeah.
Which translate, hold on, you're going to live, you're going to make it. His name was James Anthony Shannon before that experience. So all my brothers, and for those of you who are listening out there,
wow.
we have a huge family on the West Bank of Shannons. Shannon.
Yeah.
So when my dad changed his name to Omar bin Abdulaziz after that experience, I was the last born in the family. My mother thought she was going through menopause.
Yes. How old? No, I just
I was one of those menopausal
Yeah,
babies, you know.
Okay.
Came real late. I had two brothers old enough to be my dad.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my brothers are Alvin, Rober, Joseph, Doris, Shannon. My name is Omar Ibn Aziz. So that's been the story of my life.
Yeah.
So you asked the question how I get into the pie business, right?
Yeah.
So after that near-death experience, my dad came back to New Orleans. And my mother always baked pies and cakes because her family baked pies and cakes. Her father was Reverend Harvey Lee from Jennings.
Okay.
But they baked pies also and sold them in Jennings. So when my mother moved to New Orleans, she met my dad. They had the 5 kids. I was the last.
Yeah.
And my dad, after that near-death experience, decided he was going to start his own business. My mother baked the pies, and he went out and sold them. And he was known as Omar the Pie Man.
Yes.
Yes. And he went into every single housing development in the city of New Orleans selling pies. So it was in 1978.
Okay, I was just 2 years old.
Yeah, 2 years old.
I was 2 years old.
So my mom came to me and she said, look, we got this festival we just got in called the Jazz Fest. It was a small festival,
Okay,
right?
back
but
then.
now it's big,
It's
right?
big. Yeah, it's huge.
So she said, I need you to come and help me to bake some pies and cakes. I said, Mom, first you give me a name like Omar Ibn Aziz. My dad is a pie man walking around with a basket, right? Now you want me to bake pie? I don't think so. I'm not doing that. I had attitude. Yeah, I had attitude. I'm not doing that.
Yes, yes.
And just as I said I'm not doing that with this nasty attitude, I felt the presence of my dad behind me. And back then, they didn't put you in timeout. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You don't got time. Yeah, they ain't put you in time. You ain't going to time out.
He had a big fist, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I know.
So I slowly turned around, bracing myself, because I knew I was going to get it.
Yeah.
Because I remember he was sharpening his razor one time on this leather strap. And I said something
that
crazy.
Was back in the day.
Yeah. I said something crazy. Right? He stopped sharpening that razor, took that leather strap, did his thing.
Yeah.
So I was bracing myself for this. Yeah. Right? I slowly turned around, and he was crying. I had never seen my dad cry.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
And he was crying because he knew if he didn't catch me in free enterprise, during the 80s, my peers were slinging drugs.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm not going to lose my youngest boy to the street. I'm just not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So he said, look, I'll give you $1 for each product you make. $1. I said, okay. But him crying really got me.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
I turned to my mother and said, yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
We had the capacity adjacent to our home to do 3,000 pies a day.
Okay.
So I went back there in that kitchen at 13. I looked at that big Hobart mixer, the Blodgett, the double-deck ovens, the work tables. And I said, God, if I could make 3,000 of them and I get $1 for each one, wow, that's $3,000. So I hired 2 of my friends.
Ooh, you were smart.
I knew I couldn't do it by myself,
Yeah.
right? Took a team. I put one here, one in the middle, and I was on the end.
How much you paid your friends? That's what I want to
I
know.
paid a minimum wage.
I know you did.
Minimum wage was probably like $2.15 per hour, but we were rolling.
Yeah.
And we made 3,000 of these little banana nut breads. Had a chance to go to the Jazz Fest, see people pay $2. And my dad kept true to his word. I made $3,000 in one weekend.
Wow.
I say, call me the pie man.
Call me the
yeah,
pie
buddy.
man.
yeah.
Call me the pie man.
That was it. In that moment, I knew what my destiny was.
Yeah.
Yes. And from that day forward, I started thinking about how do you level that? How do you, if Al Copeland, who had a company called Chicken on the Run in St. Bernard Parish, can come back with a company called Popeyes.
Yeah.
And build a $453 million chicken business. Dead chicken fried in grease.
Yes.
Right?
And it's still going.
And it's still going today.
It's still,
Yes.
and it's in Texas, it's in
Yes.
different places, it's in Atlanta.
Yes.
It's still going.
Still
and he's
going.
gone.
And he's gone. He's dead.
Making marks.
Still making marks.
But you know, I heard something, Mr. Omar, they talk about, like, you know, most people, when they wake up in the morning, they wake up saying, how I'm going to make this money. But that's the lowest hanging fruit. When you make how I'm going to make this money. It's your creativity.
Absolutely.
That's going to bring the money to you.
Absolutely.
Exactly like how you said, okay, how I'm going to make this money. But it's my creativity. I know I can't make 3,000 pies on my own.
Right.
You know, I can't do that by myself. So if I'm able to make this money, I got to be creative.
And you got to be willing to share the wealth.
Yeah.
You got to give people their piece of the pie,
It's
right?
more blessed to give than to receive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. I love that. So you have some new projects yourself that you're working on. We were just talking earlier on the pie and coffee.
Pie and coffee. That's been my
So
life.
that's your metaphor. Tell me about that. How's your metaphor?
Well, there are 8.5 billion people on the planet, right? And they all have these four things without exception. We all have a physical body, right? Know any human beings without a physical body?
Nope.
If you meet one, let me know. Yeah.
That's their
let
alien.
me know. Yeah.
That's all I can.
So you got to keep it looking good, right? Feeling good, smelling good, right?
Yeah. You
keep
gotta
it
work
fit.
out when you don't
gotta
wanna
work
work
out.
out.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you only
me. I be gone.
only get one from the cradle to the grave.
Yeah.
Can't trade it in. That's the P. The I is intellect. The more you know, the more you earn. Continue to expand your intellectual capacity, right? That's the I. The E is for emotions. Don't let people press your emotional buttons. And it's sometimes the people who are closest to you, girl, why don't you just go get a job?
Yeah.
You've been dreaming about being an entrepreneur.
I hear
It's
that
just
all the
not
time.
working for
I
you.
hear it all
Go
the
get a
time.
job. They told that to Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
But look what happened. They told that to Al Copeland. But look what happened. They told that to Madam C.J. Walker. And look what happened. Right?
Yes.
So you got to be true to your calling and not let people press your emotional buttons. And the S is for spiritual. You got to find peace within yourself because being an entrepreneur is not easy.
It's not.
It's not for the faint at heart.
Look, I said it's not.
So that spells what? P, physical, I, intellectual, E, emotions, S, spiritual. So if you got pies in your life, you got it going on.
I love it.
Got to get some pies in your life.
I love it. Yeah.
So that's where
love
that
it.
creative juice come from, right?
Yes.
So two men I want to share with the audience.
Okay.
They both the initials start with BG. I'm gonna do this quickly.
Okay.
Barry Gordy and Bill Gates. They both have something in common. The initials, but if you put an I between the B and the G, you got what?
What's up, Bill Gates?
You got a B,
B?
and you put an I,
Yeah.
and then you got G. That's
Big.
spelled big.
Big.
So I want you to think big.
Yeah.
So I thought big. I said, wow, if Bill Gates can take a CD-ROM and create wealth, and Barry Gordy can take a vinyl record and create wealth,
Yeah.
I created Pi. It was a CD-ROM. I got $100,000 right out of the gate. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Baby, Tim Robinson, that old
yeah.
you got.
And I didn't stop there.
Woo!
I didn't stop there because
Yes.
what goes with pies, the kind you eat, like apple, pecan, sweet potato, is coffee, right? You got coffee cups up here, right?
Yeah.
Pie and coffee go well together.
Yes, it does.
So I have a new website. These are my new projects.
Okay.
It's called World Finest Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
They're putting it up right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It only grows in black and brown countries. The creator knew that that crop was invented by a goat herder named Caldi, who saw one of his goat eat a cherry and became, energized. Right?
Yeah.
He ate the cherry and became energized. That was the invention of coffee. And coffee was spread to Yemen by a Khalifa named Omar. In my research, I say, this is a connection, right? This is a connection.
I'm Omar.
Yeah. That's speaking to me, right?
Yeah.
So I partnered with 29 different countries. One of my great friends who lives here on the West Bank played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
He was from Liberia. He went back to his country after making tons of money in sports, purchased 10,000 acres, and now producing coffee. Mutombo, who played basketball, guy's almost 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I think I remember.
He's from the Congo.
Mutombo.
Yes.
Yeah, Mutombo. I think I remember him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Just block every shot. Bam.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yes.
Mutombo.
Yes.
Dark-skinned fellow.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember him. Yep.
Yes. So he went back to the Congo, and he's got a coffee brand. So we're going to be partnering with the coffee industry to bring coffee. But we're not only using coffee as a teaching tool, it's a fundraiser too. The Girl Scouts generate $800 million a year selling what?
Cookies.
Cookies. Yes.
Look, cookies.
Yes. And cookies are not on the commodities exchange. Coffee is.
Yes, it is.
It's a multi-billion-dollar crop.
Wow.
Starbucks has made a fortune.
And then coffee is it? I don't want to say it wrong. Is it grown? Like
it's grown.
Yeah.
It's a crop.
So you got to make a cookie.
Oh yeah.
That's not even something that Jesus probably would eat. You know what I mean? Because you got to make it, right?
Well, coffee goes through a process too. Yeah.
It goes through a process, but it's still
Absolutely.
it's coming from the earth.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, when I teach entrepreneurship, everything comes from the earth.
Yeah.
This mic we holding came from the earth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The clothes you're wearing came from the earth.
Yeah.
Cars, boat, everything we sell that's tangible comes from the earth.
Yeah.
And the soil is black. Coffee is black. Things only grow out of blackness. We are rich people. We're black.
Yeah.
We are the
but
cradle
I wonder,
of civilization.
Mr. Omar, why do we don't know that? Like some of us, why we got to be in poverty. Some people, like the majority, like we don't really know our worth and our value, even though we the biggest consumers. Yeah, we sell, we buy everything.
But think about it this way.
We won't look like we got it and we don't have it instead of having it.
If I was on the receiving end, if I had free labor for 50 years, over 100 years now, that my family's been in business, that wealth will pass from generation to generation.
Yeah.
We spend $1.8 billion. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
That's more than nations make.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Consumable spending. So if I spend that kind of money with Nike and McDonald's, there's not a real interest in getting you to say, okay, rather than buying that hair from the Koreans, why don't we put up some money and find one person that we can support and buy all our hair from them?
Yeah.
That's $1 billion company now.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
And that money begins to circulate and everybody benefits.
Yeah.
We create wealth. We have wealth.
Yeah.
We just been giving it to other folks.
Yeah.
We got to change that rhythm.
We have to change that rhythm.
Yeah.
We have to change that rhythm.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we got a product that can do it. Coffee.
Coffee.
Yes.
We can change it with coffee.
We can change the rhythm.
So the mission I seen is right here, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you're going to do it like a fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser. You can go to worldfinestcoffees.com. You can sign up as an affiliate. You can do it with schools. You can do it with churches. You can do it with businesses that need to earn some extra money to buy a new chair, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
This is an opportunity to support black and brown nations all over the world.
Yeah,
because it only grows in
I
black
have a
and brown.
salon. We have coffee in there
Absolutely.
all the time.
Where does coffee not exist?
Right? We have coffee in there
Yeah.
all the time.
Name me
It's
one-
the new thing. The new thing is the Keurig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So y'all have the little
We're
things.
gonna have the little
The
pods.
little
too.
pods
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
put in. That's the new thing out. The little pods and the Keurig.
We're
But
gonna
this
keep
is
it.
great.
We're gonna keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
There's the mission, the products. We also have equipment and merchandise on the site, and it talks about the fundraising opportunities for school, teams, clubs, nonprofit organization, and individuals who are looking to supplement their income.
Yeah.
Rather than trading time for money, driving Uber or Lyft, which is good,
Yeah.
you can participate in entrepreneurship. Participate in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
See the pie and coffee connection there?
Yeah. In entrepreneurship.
And don't
I
have to
like that.
trade time for money.
Right.
So you only have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, the most successful people I follow, E.T., the guy Eric Thomas. That's my boy. I listen to him all the time, motivation, everything. And he often say he treat his time like his money. He don't waste time. Treat his time like his money.
Say that again.
Instead of trying to go run
Come
and
on.
catch money, he treats his time like his money. I like that.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And then he talk about competition. Oh, well, one thing that I see, and I don't know if you can shed a light on that, and then we're gonna go to break. But like what I see with our culture is it's so competitive with us. It's always competition with our culture. Collectively, I think if we come together more, like you said, if somebody say, okay, we're gonna support this product because it's African American, or we're gonna promote this actual coffee because it's African American, right? We're gonna put that person will be so much further. But for some reason, we don't do that as a culture.
Well,
We gotta change it.
It's social conditioning.
Yeah.
Over 400 years of social conditioning.
Okay.
It doesn't unravel easily, right?
Okay.
But it's beginning to change.
Yeah.
So one guy told me, and I always come to the defense of our people because our people are the greatest people on the planet.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
heard a guy talking around the table, bad man, black people don't stick together. We like crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
So I say, excuse me,
Yeah.
how did the crabs get in the barrel?
Ooh. Now that's deep. Oh, that's deep.
Crabs don't exist in barrels. They exist in water. How in the hell did crabs get in the barrel?
Wow, that is so deep.
Think about that.
That is so deep. Who put them in a barrel?
Who put them in a barrel? So that goes back to my point of social conditioning. But we have the capacity to change that now.
Okay.
We don't have to continue.
I like that.
My angel food cake was chocolate.
Your food came with chocolate. I love it. I love it. Yes.
Chew on that a little while.
Yeah, chew on that. That's
Chew on that
right.
piece of cake a while.
I like that. These men are making moves. We have been moving forward on this episode 58. I am so enjoying y'all presence and the stuff that y'all bringing to, because like I said, we always have a negative negative thoughts of African American men, and to see men moving forward in a positive light.
And I just want to say, we have a spiced coffee too.
Y'all do have a spiced coffee? Oh, I'm gonna have to push that
Yeah.
coffee. Can we push this coffee? Because I've been having Spiced Diva 17 years.
Yeah.
17 years.
I work with spice a lot,
Yeah.
And in the food industry, you in order to bring really quality to a product, you got to have some spice.
I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Oh man, I can't wait. But y'all, we're gonna break right now. But I wanted to before we go to break, I want to touch on the ICDC, the Intellectual Capital Development Corporation. Is that all encompass?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I believe that if Barry Gordy can take a Diana Ross or a Stevie Wonder or a Michael Jackson and create wealth, right? That's musical talent.
Yes.
Right? But we all have a sense of intellectual talent too. Because the beauty industry.
Yes.
That's wealth. That's an intellectual talent that can be monetized the same way you monetize musical talent.
Yeah.
So that's what intellectual capital is all about, is
Okay.
monetizing your knowledge.
Yeah.
Wealth is created in a knowledge-based economy
Mm-hmm.
because of the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
The film industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry because somebody has the talent
Yes.
and has monetized the knowledge.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because you can get a camera person,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the knowledge that really makes the industry. The brother that was on earlier said it's a numbers man. It's all
Yeah.
about the numbers.
It's all about the numbers.
All about the numbers.
Yeah. And also they say if you do anything for 10 years, you become a mastery
Absolutely.
of it.
Absolutely.
So no matter if somebody give you the
Absolutely.
credentials, it's not about the credentials or what you have behind your name. If you do it over 10 years, we talk about that in Salon a lot. And we talk about using your intellectual property. We talk about that a lot in a salon as well.
So I want to leave you and your audience with this
Mhm.
on the ICDC, Intellectual
Mhm.
Capital Development Corporation. We have a paradigm called the entrepreneurial equation.
Mhm.
It's K plus A plus C equals E to the third power.
Mhm.
Sound difficult, right?
Yeah.
The K is for knowledge. There are
Mhm.
two levels of knowledge, a knowledge of yourself
Mhm.
and the knowledge of your industry.
Mhm.
That's the K.
That's the
But
key.
knowledge is no good unless you put it into action.
Mm.
It serves no purpose if you just know. You got to put it into action. That's the A. The C, you can't put it into action for 1 year or 2 years and give up. Oh, it didn't work. You got to make a long-term commitment.
Yes.
And that equals economic, 1E, empowerment, 2 E's for you, the entrepreneur. That equation has been featured in Entrepreneur Magazine. It is the paradigm in which we live by as entrepreneurs. Knowledge plus action plus commitment equals economic empowerment for the entrepreneur.
Say that one more time, because I need.
K is for knowledge.
I need to replay this and catch this myself. So say it again one more time.
K is for knowledge,
Uh-huh.
and there are two levels of knowledge, right? The knowledge of self.
Yeah.
You need to understand yourself physically.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand yourself intellectually.
Mhm.
You need to understand yourself emotionally, and you need to understand yourself spiritually.
Okay.
The other level of knowledge, once you master self, you're with
Mhm.
self 24/7.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone anywhere without you?
No.
Never. You don't go. You
Unless it's
24/7.
in a dream,
Yeah.
but I'm still-
You're still with you,
With me.
even in a dream, right?
Yeah.
The next level of knowledge, once you master self, you master your particular interests.
Yeah.
You master it.
Mhm.
You study it. You
Mhm.
know it,
Mhm.
right? Then you put it into action. But you're going to have challenges.
Yeah.
So you can't give up.
Right.
You got to stick to it. You got to be committed. And that will yield the kind of success of creating millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. We don't want you to go anywhere. I know y'all getting all the tea, like they say. Usually, excuse me, we always say, you coming to get the tea at Spice Divas and also on RedLip Talk Podcast. Y'all are getting all the tea. Don't go nowhere, because when we come back, we have the takeaway moments. So you're going to have to tell them how to reach you and everything. Don't go nowhere. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. And you're tuned into RedLip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
The marketing diva. Red Divas, the marketing diva.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hi, this is Constable Kendall Bussey, and you just tuned in to the Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Still dealing with hurricane damage on your roof or damages to your home in general? Call Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 or visit stepconstruction.com. Step Construction is fully licensed and fully insured. We tell the insurance companies what they owe you. For a peace of mind, Protect your most valuable asset. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Hello, everyone. This day is declared National Steel Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already, and now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000, and we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now be blessed.
Hi, this is your favorite author, Teresha Rell. Live, learn, love with an open heart. Life lessons on cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships. And you are tuned into RedLip Talk Podcast.
It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, the host of RedLip Talk Podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step.
Spice Divas, the marketing diva. RedLip Diva, the marketing diva.
For the next day. Welcome back to RedLip Talk Podcast, episode 58, and we're calling this show The Men That Are Moving. That's what we're calling this show. And we have on the couch with us today, if you're just tuning in, we have none other than actor, producer, writer, executive producer, I don't know what else you say. Director, yeah, all that stuff. On the side of me, we have Mike Forrest in the building. And then I call him the money man, but he has all these great ways. He went from selling pies to telling people how to get a piece of the pie. And I'm excited about that. We have none other than Omar Aziz. Yes. Okay, in the building. So if y'all just tuning in, these guys are so even in the we went on break and y'all, it's divine connection in here. Yes. That's some good energy that's going on in here, some positivity, and we just excited and ecstatic about that. So I want to ask you, Mike, how if a person is interested in being on your casting call, because you was talking about the play that you're writing and the movie that you're writing.
If you want to send me your headshots and your resumes, you can send it to my Facebook, Mike Forrest, or you can send it to my DM me on Instagram. Is Mike_Lucchini, Luchini. For our old school hip hop fans, this is it. You know, they'll know, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can reach me through there. Word of mouth. I'm very well known. If you know somebody that knows somebody, just like Mr. Omar, we were talking just a few minutes.
And they know each
ago.
other.
You know somebody that knows somebody that has my number. Please reach out to me. I will be putting out an announcement for casting calls within the next, I'd say about 60 days. I'll be putting out a casting call. Just be on the lookout for it on Facebook as well as on Instagram.
All right. I love it. And if somebody want to book you?
Oh, booking as well. My email is forrest3203@gmail.com or michael_forrest@icloud.com. You can reach me at either one of those email addresses for bookings, voiceover, stage, film, whatever you need. You want it, I got it. If I ain't got it, I'm going to get it. So come get it while the getting
it's good.
You hear me?
I like that. You say, come get it while the getting is good. I love it. So, Mr. Omar, tell us if somebody is looking to get a piece of the pie. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We want to give them a piece.
Yeah. How would they sign up, sign up to sell World Finest, the coffee and everything, and to be a part of the fundraising and things like that? What do they have to do?
Simply go to World, WORLD, Finest, FINEST, Coffees, COFFEES.com. You get a pop-up about the fundraiser. Just follow the prompts and become a part of the team. It doesn't cost you anything. And also, with that, I will throw in, because you have been so gracious.
Yes.
I will throw in some free training for everybody that responds.
I love it.
On how to get a piece of the pie.
How to get a piece of the pie.
And I'm not talking about sweet potato or
No.
You know,
you talking about that formula.
Yeah, that formula.
Yeah, that formula. Y'all have been paying attention. He's giving a formula on how to get the recipe.
The recipe.
On how to get a piece of the pie. I mean, this is, sometimes, you have shows and you have things, but you really need this stuff yourself, sometimes. So God has a way of doing divine connection and divine order, because you really need some of this on your own. Do you have a website?
Website, is the
World's
Finest
okay.
Coffee.
All right.
.com, or they can reach out to me. 318-349-8647.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a massive social media blitz within the next 90 days. I have a new book coming out. So the stories and the recipes and all the things we talked about on the show will be highlighted in the book. We also have a documentary about Rose Nicole and the evolution of coffee from Africa and how it spread all around the world.
Okay.
That's going to be featured by CBS.
Love it.
So look for that.
Yes, look for that. Y'all, we got some great stuff going on here. So before we get into our takeaways, I want to also talk about how you can download the NOTN app in your Google Play or Apple Store for free on today. So you can hear us 24 hours, the podcast and music and more. You can listen to RedLip Talk Podcast weekdays at 1 p.m., as y'all all know. Follow us on YouTube at New Orleans Talk Network to help our page grow by subscribing to our channel. Just click the notification bell to stay up to date with RedLip Talk, and to donate to our platform. If you like what you're seeing, please visit the website at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com, donations. And we just want to thank all of our sponsors, people that's always supporting us, as far as Still Body, Dr. Kendra Help Nut, Visions Products, Emoji Visions, who's always supporting us, and just a vast amount of people. When you come on, you might as well say you're a sponsor, because you're supporting exactly what we're doing. So we thank you guys for that. Our takeaway moments, we got to get into our takeaway moments. So the takeaway is, you look in the camera and you want to tell someone exactly what you want them to take away. And takeaway moments are brought to you by Spice Divas Beauty Bar, which is the salon with RedLip Talk was derived from. And you can look in the camera and tell the people exactly what you want to take away first. So either one of you, who want to go first?
I put it to you like this. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can and can't do.
Yes.
Put in the work, put in the time, master your craft.
Yes. That's
Keep
it.
as simple as that.
That's it. That's simple. That's it. I like that. Yeah. No, never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Put in the work, put in the time, and master your craft. And guess what? You have to know what you want to do.
Know what you want to do.
You have to know
direction
what you
want to go
do.
in. Know what direction you want to go in. The worst thing in the world you can do is wake up in the morning and not know what you want to do with your day.
Yes. Huh?
I mean, if you got a day off, you off from work, you want to relax, that's fine. But if you waking up day after day trying to figure out what you're gonna do after you take the 3 S's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You take after the 3 S's, you gotta have a plan.
Shower. That's right. The 3 S's.
After the 3 S's in the morning, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan after the 3 S's.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan after that. I like that. So, Mr. Omar, what's your takeaway?
Well, I would say to the listening audience that you're with yourself 24/7. I would say focus on self-mastery, and it ties into an equation that we developed, K plus A plus C equals your success. Know yourself, know your chosen profession, put that knowledge into action, and don't give up.
Yeah.
Just stick with it.
Yeah.
It's like pumping a well, right? The water's coming up. It's coming up. You can't see it, but you got to just keep pumping. Your arm might be tired, but keep pumping. Because the minute you stop, that water goes all the way back down. But if you keep pumping, that well will gush with cash flow. And when it gushes with cash flow, it is so, so wonderful.
Yes.
So don't give up.
Yes. I like that. I like that.
Definitely.
It's amazing takeaways. The first thing I keep hearing from it is don't give up. For my takeaway today, I was on my way here, and I always listen to ET, even in the mornings. That's my routine, y'all. I listen to something motivational for at least 10 or 15 minutes. And usually when I don't do that, my day is off. I usually work out as well. I didn't get to do that today, but that's my release. But my takeaway today is don't worry about what other people are doing. And what I heard was competition. There's no competition because there's no competition. People that worry about competition, they're usually ignorant. That's what I say. Because if you in your own lane and you can do, like as far as me, I've been at Spice Divas having a salon for 17 years. 17 years having a salon. And if God give me a purpose and a plan for my life, for the salon, nobody can take that plan because it's my plan. Even if they try to duplicate what I'm doing, nobody can take your path, what God has for you. Nobody can take your path, what God has for you, because only He know the plans that He have for our lives. Thanks. So sometimes people worry about their competition. Yeah, competition is good. Competition can be healthy, but you're in your own lane. You have a plan for your life. Again, y'all heard these gentlemen say, keep going, keep going. Don't just wake up one morning and say, I want to run through that. I want to punch through, or I want to run through that brick wall just one morning or 2 mornings. You need to do that every day. Once you figure out what you want to do in your life, never, never, never give up. And before we go, I want to mention the Visions Youth Camp. Talk about not giving up. They're not giving up on the teens. If you can see the flyer, the youth camp is an amazing thing that Emoja Vision Products is doing. And again, today a podcast is sponsored by them or brought to you today by them. And what they're doing is, if you're a young entrepreneur and you want to sell their products, you don't have to purchase the product. You just need to sell a product.
That's right.
And when you sell a product, they're going to give you 50%.
I like that. Wow.
So if you sell something for $50, young entrepreneurs, if you guys can see the flyer, you're going to get $25. They're having weekly meetings every Wednesday at Spice Divas Beauty Bar, which is 2175 Lapelco Boulevard, Suite B, as in blessed, we always like to say. So if you want more information, you can contact Dr. Beverly Smith. On that, I love what she's doing with the youth. My son is very, very excited about it. He actually treated me to dinner one night. Off of his off of his commission, off of his commission. That's right. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So when you purchase Vision products in Spice Divas Beauty Bar, he gets 50% of it.
I like
right?
that. I like
so
that.
I love what she's doing. Again, that's my mentor. I love it. So thank you guys for being on Red Lip Talk podcast. This was an amazing show. I hate to end it because it's so much good. It's so good. But you are now tuned into Red Lip Talk podcast, episode 58. It's your girl Spice Divas, and we're on a couch with none other than Mike Forrest and Mr. Omar Aziz. Don't y'all, well, we gone now. I'm going to say, don't y'all go nowhere. Red Lip Talk podcast, and we out. Mwah! Yes, this was good. Thank you so much. Thank you. The Marketing Diva. Red Lip Diva. The Marketing Diva. Red Lip Divas, the Marketing Diva. Red Lip Divas, the Marketing Diva. It's your girl Spice Divas, the Marketing Diva, the host of Red Lip Talk podcast. Check me out every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Where do I begin? We have so many amazing guests, from politicians, gospel artists, barbers, beauticians, entrepreneurs, and so much more. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, definitely tune in so you can see what we're doing every Monday at 1 p.m. on New Orleans Talk Network. Mwah!